JD, I've known you your entire career. I've known you since you were just a 12-year-old kid who walked into my training school. I know how much this moment means to you, JD. And I'm telling you, right now, go out there and prove and show these people who you are. Show these people why you never bet against an ace. Welcome to DB44 and welcome to the Go Home Show. Heading into our first pay-per-view, Champions Clash. As always, I am the voice of the GWA. I am Dalton Brock. And what a show we have for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and what a way to kick us off. The following match is set for one fall, and it is a United States Championship Fatal 4-Way Qualifying Match. Introducing first, main event, Jey Uso. A fatal 4-way match. The winner of this match will be going on to Champions Clash to face Kevin Owens to crown the inaugural United States Champion here in the GWA. Will it be main event Jey Uso? Will it be Tyler Bate? Or will it be LA Knight? Or even the man we saw at the top of the show, JD McDonough? And it is time to bring out the other competitors in this matchup, and it is time to find out who's going to Champions Clash. And here he comes, the big strong boy, one of the most underrated wrestlers in the world in my opinion, Tyler Bate. And making his way to the ring from Mustache Mountain, the big strong boy, Tyler Bate. Hails from Mustache Mountain as a shout out to his former tag team that he had with Trent Seven at one point. That team being Mustache Mountain. And Tyler Bate, just such a talented athlete, deceptively strong, deceptively athletic for his height. And if I'm a betting man, I may put my money on this boy right here, Tyler Bate. But it is going to be a tall order for Tyler Bate to try and get through here tonight. It is going to be a war between these four men in this match for the best in the world, for the best in the singles division here in the GWA. And what a match this is about to be. And here he comes, everybody's favorite. Ladies and gentlemen, say it with me. LA Knight, yeah. And from Los Angeles, California, the megastar, LA Knight, yeah. LA Knight, even as our ring announcer saying it, and with everybody saying, yeah. LA Knight, one of the most underrated athletes as well, just like Tyler Bate. The megastar, a man with charisma for days. A man with no filter. If he sees something he doesn't like, he will call it out. Yeah. LA Knight could very well be the first United States champion. Now it is time to bring out the final man in this match, Judgment Day's own. Here he comes, the Irish Ace, to a chorus of boos. It's called the Irish Ace because you never bet against an ace. Someone who knows how to pick apart a human being, knows how to break a person's will. And representing the Judgment Day, he is the Irish Ace, JD McDonough. JD McDonough just so good at what he does, so good in that ring. And you heard Finn Balor at the top of the show telling JD that he's known him since he was a 12-year-old kid who walked into his wrestling school in Ireland. JD McDonough has been doing this for a very long time. It has been a very long, hard journey to get here, and JD McDonough is looking to make the most of this opportunity. is looking to make the most of this chance. And will he go on to Champions Clash? And will he become the first United States champion? To do so, he has to get through this match and possibly Kevin Owens at Champions Clash. And here we go. Tyler Bate, LA Knight, JD McDonough, and of course, main event, Jey Uso. And LA Knight now trying to go after Jey Uso, but Jey Uso coming in with some yeets and a strike straight into the jaw of LA Knight. And you see what you shouldn't be doing in a match like this. Jey Uso took time to taunt and almost cost himself the match. Almost cost everybody the match. Had to run over and break up that pinfall attempt from Tyler Bate real quick. Tyler Bate, now the big strong boy, going after LA Knight. LA Knight not even in the ballpark there for Tyler Bate. Bate tried to hit a back elbow off the ropes, and LA Knight was nowhere to be seen there. Jey Uso now going after JD McDonough, Tyler Bate, LA Knight going at it. LA Knight now just stomping on the dome of Tyler Bate. Jey Uso in the cover, referee in position. And LA Knight there to break it up immediately. Tyler Bate, a German suplex to LA Knight, taking him out of the equation for the time being. And there's a super kick from Jey Uso. Get ready for a lot of those. And there's a neck breaker from LA Knight, yeah. Knight setting it up already. BFT attempt incoming. No, and a clothesline it was. And Tyler Bate immediately kipping up right back to his feet. Bate, the big strong boy, not gonna go out like that. And Bate now cleaning house in this matchup, taking out everybody. And LA Knight has Bate where he wants him. And a power slam from LA Knight. Uso going after Knight now, but JD McDonough, a chop block to that knee of Jey Uso. JD McDonough, like I said during his entrance, knows how to pick people apart, knows how to break a person's will to go on. And that is what JD McDonough is so good at, just finding a body part, sticking with it, and reducing his opponent's ability to go, their ability to move on. JD McDonough sliding straight back into that ring after taking a moment to breathe after that huge move. JD McDonough now after Tyler Bate, a history between these two in the show known as the NXT UK. And Bate now in the roll-up, referee trying to get in position, but too many bodies in the way. And Jey Uso now after Bate fighting out of it, whatever Jey Uso was looking for. Might have been a Samoan drop. Tyler Bate off the ropes, springboard back elbow, kind of almost hitting LA Knight again. LA Knight now has Jey Uso up. What's he thinking here? Knight dropping Jey Uso face first on the turnbuckle. Jey Uso might be out for the moment. Oh, never mind. Forget what I'm saying. And round, JD McDonough goes in the meanwhile. Tyler Bate just spinning JD McDonough round and round. Finally dropping him, going for the cover. LA Knight and Jey Uso both there to break it up. Jey trying to bring in that kendo stick. Sorry for the stuttering. If it's annoying, I'm sorry. It gets better as we go. Sorry. LA Knight with a DDT to Jey Uso and a wheel kick from Tyler Bate. Rolling wheel kick from Tyler Bate. Bate had an opening there. Hit that rolling wheel kick on JD McDonough. JD McDonough's out on his feet almost. Tyler Bate looking to capitalize, but sees the cover happening. Sees the cover attempt from LA Knight. Bate, I think, was trying to go in the ring to break that up. Don't know exactly what happened there, but Jey Uso kicking out nonetheless. And LA Knight, an elbow drop from the top rope. And now Bate has a baseball bat in hand, swinging wildly at JD McDonough. But McDonough able to eat that baseball bat shot and keep moving forward, trying to break up the cover from LA Knight. And it was almost a victory for Knight. Referee being taken out as well. Referee is out of it. This is a lawless match right now, even though there's no disqualifications, no count out, no rope breaks, and a super kick from Jey Uso. And another one. That's something you gotta say a lot in Jey Uso matches. Super kicks galore. Jey Uso, what's he thinking here? Into the corner and enziguri to JD McDonough, who comes stumbling out of the corner. Tyler Bate, kendo stick in hand, trying to go after LA Knight, but Knight able to intercept him and just toss him down in that thin padding on the outside of the ring. Tyler Bate may be out for right now. And once again, I say that, and he's straight back to his feet. Tyler Bate back into this. All these men so resilient. LA Knight now, what's he thinking? Charging him. And a drop kick through the ropes, and JD McDonough almost stealing this one. But LA Knight was going for that move. Now Tyler Bate, his unique offense coming into play here, taking out LA Knight. And Jey Uso just trying to pick his moment here, and he found it. Going for a roll up here. Tyler Bate in a bad way, but LA Knight there to break that up immediately. And a spear from Jey Uso. It's over. This is all she wrote. Game, set, match, and LA Knight able to kick out barely in time. And a DDT from Tyler Bate. And a DDT from Jey Uso. And a kip up from Tyler Bate. JD McDonough back to his feet as well. And a power slam from Jey. And JD McDonough now a DDT up the middle rope. What a move there. JD McDonough in control, at least he was for the time being. Tyler Bate now back into this. A mat return from Tyler Bate. So good at what he does in that ring. Such a good technical wrestler. Likes to have fun as well. That is why he's called the Big Strong Boy. Loves just to have fun. Loves just to do what he's doing right now. And that's winning this match, possibly. And you know what else he'd love? He would love going on to Champions Clash to be United States Champion. And what a move! A spiral tap from Tyler Bate. In the cover now. LA Knight's not getting up from that. Jey Uso there to barely break that up in time. Bate though. Tyler Driver 97. Good night, Jey Uso. No. JD McDonough, that scumbag, breaking it up. And a lion salt from JD McDonough. McDonough, what's he thinking? Standing Spanish fly, breaking out all the big moves, are we? Now a kick to the face. These repeated kicks to Jey Uso's nose. I believe he's busted open right now. I believe Jey Uso got busted open from one of those kicks and a neck breaker. Bate took out the referee though. Bate inadvertently taking out the referee. There was no reason to break up that cover. Bate, I don't think he realized that he took out the referee. This poor referee has been bumped every single move in this match. BFT to Jey Uso. Blunt force trauma. JD trying to fight with everything he has. Tyler Bate. I don't know what he was trying to do, trying to get there to break up that cover attempt from LA Knight. Was waiting for the ref to start counting. Now Tyler Bate and LA Knight going at it again. Jey Uso just yeeting on the outside, getting this crowd back behind him. Oh! Poison Rana from JD McDonough. That run. And a super kick from Jey Uso again. Another one. Tyler Bate trying to find a place in this match. Trying to find an opening just to take someone out. Trying to make this a one-on-one affair between him and JD McDonough. But LA Knight back in here. Kendo stick in hand. Bate now just tossing LA Knight, and a kick up from the Big Strong Boy. LA Knight, Tyler Bate going to war in the middle of the ring. There's a neck breaker from Knight. Referee in position again. 1, 2. Ew, it's almost a 3 count. LA Knight You can't get that much closer to the win. And a spear from Jey Uso. Tyler Bate there to break it up, though. JD McDonough taking a moment. I don't blame him. This match has been a blitz since the beginning of it. Now Tyler Bate trying to chop down JD McDonough again. And Knight a drop kick to Bate, sending him out of the ring as well. Super kick attempt from Jey Uso. LA Knight has him on the ropes, though. Knight, what's he thinking here? Went for a jab, kind of misjudged the distance there, it looked like. Has Uso where he wants him nonetheless. Jey in the corner, LA Knight. What's he thinking? From the middle rope, a bulldog from LA Knight. What a move there. Knight in the cover, and JD McDonough there to break it up. Wait a minute. Devlin inside suplex. After that headbutt, that big Dome from JD McDonough bouncing off the skull of Tyler Bate. And there's a super kick from Uso. That Devlin inside suplex just took out Tyler Bate. Now JD trying to whip LA Knight across the ring. And stayed in Spanish Fly instead since Tyler Bate was in the way. Tyler Bate's carcass in the way, and another Poison Rana. Bate and JD back at it again, and once again that Dome off the skull of Tyler Bate. Shout out Fairly Odd Parents. JD McDonough getting hung up on the ropes by LA Knight. Blunt force trauma. BFT connecting. Referee bumping into Tyler Bate for a time being. And Tyler Bate may have just inadvertently cost LA Knight this matchup. What a match this has been. A blitz since the beginning. Since the opening bell. And another neck breaker from Knight, who is walking away from this match, going to Champions Clash. Will one of these men walk out United States champion at Champions Clash? One of these men are facing Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. And I'm losing my voice doing this commentary. And a BFT again from LA Knight. I am putting everything I have into this commentary. And Knight now barely not able to get that cover. And JD McDonough rolling through and stomping Jey Uso. Man, what a match this has been. And my voice is almost gone, guys. And a back elbow from LA Knight. Tyler Bate there to break it up. Bate off the middle rope, finally connecting with that back elbow. Tyler Bate trying to fire himself up by JD McDonough. Double stomp for his troubles. Bate back to his feet though, a kip up. Bate, Tyler Driver 97. Game over, game over. The ring's clear. The ring is clear. One and a kick, and LA Knight there to break it up. JD McDonough just got saved. The Judgment Day, as we know it, might have just gotten saved. Tyler Bate there to break up that cover from LA Knight. Knight dropping Tyler Bate in the middle of that ring. Now going after Jey Uso again. What a move from Knight. LA Knight showing up and showing out here tonight. JD McDonough sliding in, might have just found his moment. Might have just picked his moment at the perfect time. McDonough in the cover. Are you kidding me? 1, 2, that's 3. JD McDonough slithering into the cover. Stealing a moment here. JD McDonough of the Judgment Day could be your first United States champion. Will face Kevin Owens at Champions Clash to crown the inaugural United States champion. What a moment. Champions Clash, Johnny. Everything we have worked for, everything in our careers, everything comes down to champions.
Turn around. Sorry to interrupt your little pep talk there, Tommaso, but I come with a warning from the Judgment Day. They told me to tell you it doesn't matter how much heart and soul you bring with you to Champions Clash. At the end of the night, there can only be one first ever Global Tag Team Champions, and that will be the Judgment Day. That will be Dominic Mysterio and Carlito. And I'll be at ringside myself to ensure that.
Whatever makes you sleep better. Liv Morgan giving a warning to the DIY before Judgment Day and DIY fight to crown the inaugural Global Tag Team Champions at Champions Clash as well. All of our first champions will be crowned at that show at our first pay-per-view. This is the go-home show, 2 videos away from Champions Clash. The following match is set for one fall, and it is a Global Women's Championship qualifying match. Introducing first, Becky Lynch. And now, as our ring announcer just said, we are switching gears into the women's division. Another Global Women's Championship qualifying match. The winner of this is facing Asuka to crown the inaugural Global Women's Champion. Becky Lynch or Roxanne Perez will be going to Champions Clash. And let's bring out Becky Lynch's opponent, Roxanne. And here comes the Prodigy, trained by Booker T. Roxanne Perez, known as the Prodigy because she is a student of the game. And her opponent, the Prodigy, Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez looking to pull off the obvious upset here tonight, looking to spoil Becky Lynch's championship dreams. Roxanne looking to go to Champions Clash, looking to become the first Global Women's Champion. The absolute underdog in this match, you gotta believe. And will Roxanne spoil Becky Lynch's hopes and dreams? Will Roxanne go to Champions Clash? Or will Becky Lynch prove to be too much for the young rookie? Here we go, one of these women going to Champions Clash. Roxanne Perez, Becky Lynch. Here we go, co-main event. Now lock up to start things off. Looking for a bit of a test of strength here. Both these women pretty evenly matched, but Becky Lynch getting the better of it with technique. And Lynch looking to put this away immediately, but Roxanne Perez able to get out of it, landing on her feet. And Roxanne Perez trading strikes with Becky Lynch. Both these women just trying to one-up one another, trying to get the better of one another. Roxanne trying to find a way out of this arm wringer. Found her way, and a kip up, cartwheel. Roxanne Perez able to switch it. Able to switch into an arm wringer of her own. Becky Lynch not in a good way here. I know from experience how much this can hurt. And you know Roxanne is wrenching this with everything she has. Roxanne is putting every bit of pressure on that shoulder, on that arm of Becky Lynch. And also, you gotta believe Becky Lynch was looking to do the same, softening up Roxanne for that disarm her submission. Roxanne just insult to injury here, just kicking the back of Becky Lynch. And off the middle rope, Roxanne Perez snapping Becky Lynch over. Perez in control of this match, something no one expected to be happening right now. Perez in control here so far. And a chop from Perez. Now Perez able to spring up, just sending Becky Lynch flying. What a move there from Roxanne Perez. Oh, come on, ref, just pulling Becky Lynch's hair there. A bit of an underhanded tactic from Perez. And another shot from Roxanne, who gets sent over the ropes for her troubles. Becky Lynch trying to find an opening, trying to find her moment in this matchup to start picking apart Roxanne Perez, the young rookie. Perez not in a good way here. Becky Lynch looking to go. Oh, never mind. Roxanne Perez, a clothesline, intercepting Becky Lynch. Roxanne now cranking the neck of Becky Lynch. Becky a clothesline of her own. Roxanne Perez looked like she tried to get out of the way there, but wasn't able to get fully out of the way. Got clipped by Becky Lynch just enough to send her to the mat. And there's a clothesline from Becky now. Becky Lynch now firing up on all cylinders and a drop kick. Becky from the middle rope now and a bit of an axe handle there it looked like. Becky Lynch once again from the middle rope. Just watching and waiting for Roxanne Perez to get back to her feet. But Roxanne wasn't moving, so Becky Lynch just goes for a splash instead. And a Thez press from Roxanne Perez. Perez has Becky Lynch where she wants her. This could be the opening for Roxanne to go to Champions Clash. Becky Lynch now, a trade of strikes has ensued. Who's going to get the better of it? Perez and Becky Lynch just trading strikes, trading blows. And Becky saying, come on, is that all you got? Becky Lynch hitting his right hands. Becky has once broken someone's face, that being Nia Jax with the right hand. Well, arguably relaunched her career when it was dying. Roxanne Perez just trying to make a name for herself here tonight. Didn't expect to be getting in a hockey fight. Perez telling Becky Lynch just to back up. And just taunting her. Oh, come on. That was underhanded. Perez, though! Pop rocks connecting from Perez. Good night, Becky Lynch. And no. 2 count, says the referee. Roxanne Perez in disbelief. Just threw her best shot at Becky Lynch, and it didn't work. Roxanne Perez almost going to Champions Clash, almost going on to meet the Empress of Tomorrow at our first pay-per-view. Becky Lynch almost picking up the victory there, but Roxanne Perez kicking out at 2. Becky Lynch now eating an elbow from Roxanne Perez. That's what she's doing. Perez now, neck breaker. Becky Lynch not in a good way here. Perez in control of this match as of now. Once again going after the neck of Becky Lynch. Trying to rip the head off of Becky Lynch, it looks like. 1, 2. Oh, Becky Lynch able to kick out 2.9, I'd say. Lynch back to her feet. Roxanne off the middle rope there. Eating a mistletoe drop kick, though. Getting busted open. And a leg drop from Becky. Becky Hogan incoming. Becky Lynch just telling Roxanne to get up. Through the ropes. Suicide dive from Becky Lynch. Roxanne Perez might be done here. Might have just met her match. Becky Lynch, just too good, just too experienced, has the advantage over Roxanne. But Roxanne not going to stop fighting until she just can't fight anymore. On the count of 4, and I've got to be wary of the referee's count. If this ends in a double count, Asuka may just be crowned women's champion by default. Have until the referee's count of 10. Roxanne dropping Becky Lynch. Count of 6. Roxanne trying to get Becky Lynch into the ring. Wants to make a name for herself at the expense of Becky Lynch. Does not want to win in a cheap way. Becky Lynch just tossing her down by her arm. That same arm that she will lock in, that disarm her with. And the elbow drop, missing. Becky Lynch, high risk, high reward. And at that time, it was a risk, and it failed miserably. Roxanne now to the top rope herself. Elbow drop also missing. Oh, Becky dropping her down. Good night, Roxanne Perez. Becky Lynch now just taking her in the spine. The vicious side of Becky Lynch as this match has gone on. From the middle rope, a drop kick missing. Missing Roxanne Perez. Undershot that. terribly, and Roxanne Perez looking to take advantage of it. A crossface locked in, really wrenching it back. Becky Lynch forced to tap out. Your spine is not supposed to bend that way. Becky Lynch forced to tap out. Roxanne Perez punching her ticket to Champions Clash. Will face Asuka to crown the inaugural Global Women's Champion. A statement victory from Roxanne Perez, but now she has to set her sights on the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. Let's go, baby. The Judgment Day's on top. Tonight we showed that. Good job, JD. Good job. Now it's up to you two and Carlito, I guess, to go and win at Champions Clash. Go bring gold to the Judgment Day. Dude, calm down. Stop acting like a leader. There's no leaders here in Judgment Day. You know that. Is there something you want to say to me, Dom? No, man. I'm just saying. There's no leaders on Judgment Day. You're the one who said that in the first place. And maybe if there was a leader, it would be one of the three fighting in for a title at Champions Clash. Not the one who lost to Drew McIntyre in a semi-finals match. You have a big mouth for someone who had to have his woman stand up for him against DIY. Finn, Dom, everybody just stop. Let's focus on the task at hand, and then we can settle this afterwards, alright? Let's go win our championships at Champions Clash, alright? Alright. Drama in the Judgment Day indeed. But here comes the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, for your main event. The semifinals match, the winner of this taking on Drew McIntyre to crown the inaugural Global Heavyweight Champion. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, a tale as old as time these days. And here he comes, making his presence felt here in the GWA Elite Arena. Get ready for the fireworks. The Tribal Chief, the OTC, the only Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, is in the building. Put the ones to the sky, acknowledge him, acknowledge his greatness. The following match is a semi-finals match in the Global Heavyweight Championship Tournament. Introducing first, he is the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. It was Roman Reigns beating CM Punk in an absolute banger of a match in his first round match to get to this point in the semifinals. And Roman Reigns is looking to make short work of Cody Rhodes, looking to go on to beat Drew McIntyre, and looking to be the first ever Global Heavyweight Champion. But to do that, he's going to have to get through a man who has had his number in the past. That being the American Nightmare, possibly Roman Reigns' nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And ladies and gentlemen, did you know that wrestling indeed has more than one royal family, the Rhodes family? And here comes the son of the legendary Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, who beat The Miz to move on to this position. And fans have pointed out that Cody Rhodes had a much easier road to get here than Roman Reigns did. But Cody Rhodes looking to prove the doubters wrong, looking to prove that he belongs in this position, that he belongs in the world title scene. And ladies and gentlemen, can't miss the woe. And his opponent, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, a tale as old as time. One of these men punching their ticket to Champions Clash here tonight. The winner of this will face Drew McIntyre to crown the inaugural Global Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get in to your main event. Here we go. Main event of the evening. Rhodes, Reigns, one more time. In a lockup. These two had a war of words last week. Roman Reigns telling Cody Rhodes that he doesn't belong on the same level as him. Roman going for that cheap roll-up immediately, but it hit Cody Rhodes out at 0 there. Roman Reigns now just picking apart the American Nightmare. Hammering down these strikes on Rhodes. Rhodes trying his best to cover up, but it is not working here. Oh, Rhodes trying to fight back. Reigns, though, just shutting him down immediately with an uppercut. Face first goes Rhodes on the top turnbuckle. That is just a thin pad on a steel ring. Reigns just wrenching the arm of Rhodes against those ropes. I know from experience how much everything Roman Reigns is doing right now to Cody Rhodes hurts really badly. Referee in position. 1, 2, and a kick out. Kick out at 1, says the referee. Reigns just picking apart Rhodes slowly. Reigns, you know he does it so well, just working this match at his pace. Slowing down the match. I know Drew McIntyre is watching very closely to see who he will be facing in the main event of Champions Clash. Roman Reigns lining him up. Superman punch. Good night, Cody Rhodes. Roman now, the beginning of the end. Charging it up. Spear. Oh, Rhodes. Rhodes getting the knee up. Rhodes getting the knee up. Cody Rhodes finding an opening. No way. Pedigree from Rhodes. Face first in the mat goes Roman Reigns. 2 and a kick out at 2. Almost a victory for Rhodes. Crossroads incoming. Good night. It connects. It connects. Roman Reigns is done. Roman Reigns is done and a kick out at 2.9. Rhodes beside himself right now. Roman Reigns just ate his best shot. Rhodes now on the top rope. High risk, high reward possibly. Crossbody off the top rope. Cody Rhodes a punch to the gut of Reigns. Reigns returning fire. Main event of the go-home show before our first pay-per-view. Of course, we still have Adapt episode 4 right after this one. But then Champions Clash is here. These two just going at it. Trade of strikes. Roman Reigns almost getting the better of it there. Cody Rhodes staying in this. Rhodes trying to shake off these strikes from Roman Reigns. Reigns trying to do the same. These two hockey fights breaking out here tonight in the Elite Arena. Reigns, it looked like he was about to go for another Superman punch there. Rhodes might have been going for a Cody cutter off the middle rope. Rhodes getting the better of this exchange. Reigns sending him off the ropes and dropping him down to the mat. Roman Reigns, the beginning of the end for Cody Rhodes. This could be Cody Rhodes' nightmare. Spear from Roman Reigns. 2, and that's 3. Roman Reigns going to Champions Clash. Roman Reigns has punched his ticket. It is Reigns and McIntyre in the main event of Champions Clash to crown. Wait a minute. McIntyre from the crowd. McIntyre's here. I said he was watching closely. I didn't mean that closely. McIntyre taking out Roman Reigns. McIntyre sneaking into the arena, jumping his opponent from behind. And the countdown commences. Claymore kick. The champion